Hi, now here we've got an example on partial fractions, and you might like to give this a go if you haven't tried it already. What we've got is to express 9x squared plus 20x minus 10 all divided by x plus 2 multiplied by 3x minus 1. So yeah, if you'd like to give this a go, give you a moment just to pause the video, come back when ready, and you can check your work solution with mine. Okay, welcome back if you had a go. So what I'm going to do is first of all just copy this down. 9x squared plus 20x minus 10 then all divided by x plus 2 multiplied by 3x minus 1. Now what I notice first of all with this question is that if I was to expand the bottom here, I've got 3x squared and some other terms, but the important thing is that it is now what we call a top-heavy fraction. We've got 9x squared here and we've got a 3x squared on the bottom, and that means that before I start to split this into partial fractions, what I'm going to do is divide the denominator into the numerator, purely because it's a top-heavy fraction. And if you want practice on this, or just want some tutorials on this, just go on my website and you'll find that I've got tutorials, as I say, on this. Okay, let's just divide this off. And we're going to start then with dividing, doing long division, this bottom here into the top. Now, if I expand the bottom, I'm going to have 3x squared, so we'll just put 3x squared here, 3x squared, and then as far as the x terms go, I've got minus x plus 6x, that's plus 5x, and then the constant is going to be 2 times minus 1, which is minus 2, and I divide this into the top. 9x squared then plus 20x minus 10, 9x squared plus 20x minus 10. So algebraic long division. So what do we multiply 3x squared by to get 9x squared? Well, that's going to be just simply 3. 3 times all of these three terms. 3 times 3x squared gives me 9x squared. And then 3 times 5x is 15x. And then 3 times minus 2 is minus 6. Now, I'm going to subtract these two from one another to work out what the remainder is. 9x squared minus 9x squared is 0. 20x minus plus 15x is going to be 5x. And then we've got minus 10 minus minus 6, which is going to be minus 4. So what we have then is that this is identical to 3, okay, plus the remainder, which is 5x minus 4, 5x minus 4, and that's now divided by 3x squared plus 5x minus 2. But that, when factorized, is x plus 2 times 3x minus 1. So it's this part here which we now work on, splitting this into partial fractions. So what I'll do is we'll just do it over here. So what we've got is 5x minus 4 then, all divided by x plus 2 multiplied by 3x minus 1. And when you get something like this, it's not top heavy anymore. These two factors here are linear factors, and for linear factors they give rise to partial fractions of the form a constant, which I'll call a, over the first linear factor, x plus 2, and then another constant, plus b, over the next linear factor, 3x minus 1. And again, if you're unsure of all this stuff on partial fractions, as I say, just go on my website, ExamSolutions.net, and check out partial fractions tutorials. What I do next is whatever I have here, I multiply both sides by it. So I'm going to multiply both sides by x plus 2 times 3x minus 1. And that's going to leave me with 5x minus 4 on the left. So 5x minus 4 is identical to, and then here we're going to have a multiplied by just 3x minus 1. Okay, if I can write there, 3x minus 1, and then plus b, okay, multiplied by x plus 2. Right, now we've got to work out what a and b are. And the usual way is to make each of these factors equal to 0 by taking a suitable value of x. Well, I'm going to make this factor here, x plus 2, 0, by choosing x to be equal to minus 2. So if we let x equal minus 2, then it follows that if we substitute into here, we've got 5 times minus 2, which is minus 10, minus another 4 is minus 14. And that's going to be equal to, well, put minus 2 into here. 3 times minus 2 is minus 6. Minus another 1 is minus 7. Minus 7 times a is going to give us minus 7a. When we put x is minus 2 here, though, it's going to be 0. So all of that is 0. And you can see if we divide both sides now by minus 7, a is going to be equal to 2. So that's our first value, a equals 2. Next, I'm going to make this factor, 3x minus 1 here, equal to 0 by choosing x to be a third. So if we let x equal 1/3, again it follows that if we just put our x equals a third into here, we've got 5 times a third is 5/3 minus 4 whole ones. 4 whole ones is 12/3. So 5/3 minus 12/3 is going to be minus 7/3. And then this is going to equal, well, this will go to 0 now. So we've just got a third plus 2. A third plus 2 is 2 1/3 or 7/3. 7/3 times b. That's quite convenient because you can see that the 3's cancel one another out, and so you've got minus 7 divided by 7 leading to b equaling negative 1. Okay, so we can put these values back into here. So what we've got is the first term here is 3, and then for this, okay, we've got plus a over x plus 2, 2 in other words, 2 over x plus 2, and then we've got b, so I'm not charging in with a plus sign yet, we've got minus 1, so we've got minus 1 over 3x minus 1. Okay, and we have our partial fractions.